For 6 years, the quiet company of the dead was Elise Marin's only solace. She became the town's cemetery caretaker after her sister vanished without a trace. No body, no closure, just a rain-faded missing persons flyer. Here, in the stillness, nothing changed. The dead didn't lie, they didn't leave, they didn't forget. Until they did. It all began with Plot 47. Elise was on her rounds checking for winter erosion. The plot was perfect, but the headstone was new. Margaret Voss, 1982-2023. Elise froze. She'd just seen Margaret alive and well at the grocery store arguing about expired yogurt. The burial records were blank. No funeral, no paperwork. But the grave was there, paid for and engraved. A clerical error, she told herself. Small town, smaller budget. Then came Plot 89. Daniel Kearns, 1990-2022. Daniel was the high school history teacher. Elise had even dated him briefly. He was very much alive. Soon, she was cataloging them. 12 graves, all empty, all marked with the names of living people. The town clerk dismissed her concerns as pre-reserved plots, but the death dates were recent. When Elise visited the people, she didn't mention the graves. She just watched. They seemed off. A little slower, a little faded, like a photograph left in the sun. That's when the dreams started. She'd find herself wandering the cemetery at night, barefoot, drawn to the empty plots. Whispers rose from the soil, not words, just the sound of forgetting. A half-remembered name, a face fading from memory. Sometimes, she thought she heard her sister's voice. One morning, she woke with dirt caked under her nails. Plot 47 had been disturbed. That afternoon, Margaret Voss was found dead in her home. Natural causes. 2 days later, Daniel died in a car crash. The obituary used the exact phrasing from his headstone. Panic set in. Elise stopped sleeping. She tried to warn the others, but they wouldn't listen. The local paper ignored her calls. A paranormal podcast never replied. Then, she found it. Plot 113, her own name. Elise Marin, 1987-2025. The date of death was tomorrow. With trembling hands, she dug up the grave herself. It was empty, save for a single note. You were remembered, until now. She had to get out, but her car wouldn't start. Her phone was dead. The cemetery lights flickered on, defying the daylight. She returned to her own grave. The soil had been disturbed again. Had something climbed out? Or in? Back in her cottage, her reflection in the mirror blinked a second too late. Her own voice seemed to echo before she spoke. Her memories felt borrowed, hazy. Who was she? She raced to the town clerk's office, demanding to see the burial ledger. The clerk, with a strange hesitation, handed her the dusty book. She flipped to the last page. Her name was there, the ink still wet. The entry was time-stamped for tomorrow. When she looked up, the clerk was gone. The office was empty. Back in the graveyard, the air was thick, oppressive. Plot 113 was glowing with a faint, trapped moonlight. She knelt and whispered her sister's name. Silence. Then she whispered her own. The ground shifted. A hand, not hers, reached up from the soil. It held a photograph of her and her sister, smiling. But the background was wrong. A graveyard she'd never seen, with a date that hadn't happened yet. She dropped the photo, and it vanished before it hit the ground. The next morning, the town clerk filed a new record. Elise Marin, deceased, cause, unknown. Her grave was finally full, but Elise still walks the grounds, quiet, unseen, forgotten. A silent caretaker, waiting for the next person to find their name etched in stone. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another journey into the shadows. Stay curious.